What's up, YouTube? Cold as Ice Princess coming at you from Minnesota. And I'm here to talk about today, guys. I'm talking about this suicide that happened just a few days ago with Anthony Bordain and the designer, the female designer, Kate Spade. It's so sad when somebody takes their own life. Because to me, that's basically saying that this person had all they can take and they just couldn't take no more. It's like they didn't see a way out. And I've been there before, you know. I've been there before when you feel like everything is miserable all around you. You feel you don't have any hope. You don't see a way out. You know what I mean? You don't have any hope. You don't have any help. Nobody understands you. Nobody loves you. Nobody appreciates you. Nobody values you. You don't even value yourself. All you know is you just want to die. It's like you don't really, when you in that kind of frame of mind or that state of mind, and I know a lot of people who don't know about depression or mental illness, you can't relate because you've never dealt with it, or you've never had a loved one that had it, or even if you do have a loved one that has mental illness or depression, you probably don't acknowledge it, and you just don't accept that anybody can get to that point in their life where they want to take their own life. But it's like every day in America, I believe it's like 123 people every single day in America kill themselves through suicide. So it's like the spirit of depression, anxiety, hopelessness is very, very, very real. You know, and sometimes it's not only just one thing that caused that person to get like that, but it's been multiple things that have happened day in and day out, year in and year out. Like, you know, they waiting, and I'm sitting up here clipping my nails while I'm talking to y'all. It's like people waiting to see if things are gonna change, and they're hoping and they're praying and they're believing, you know, and they're trying to have faith that things is gonna change, things is gonna get better, and things just don't seem to get better, you know. And then people take their own lives because they don't see a way out. They see death as the only way out of their suffering. And it's like, I don't know what Anthony Bordain was going through. I know he had dealt with alcohol and drug addiction in the past, but it was like he had like kicked it, you know what I'm saying? And truthfully, I watched his show, I think it was called No Reservations. I watched it a few times, you know what I mean? But I really couldn't get with his personality. I mean, I know my personality is crazy and a lot of people can't get with me, but his personality was even drier than mine. I mean, his sense of humor was even more morbid than mine, you know what I'm saying? So I couldn't really, like the guy that lives here in Minnesota, the dude that does the one show when he be eating all kind of stuff, How Bizarre, I forget his name. The little short guy with the round glasses and the bald head. I like his personality, you know what I mean? He has a bubbly and outgoing personality, but I didn't really care for Anthony Bourdain's personality. That's just my personal opinion. But I mean, people loved him all over the world. I mean, he was a world-renowned chef. And you know what, too, people, I want to say, a lot of them chefs be going through a lot of stress. A lot of those people that are in those high-paying careers where they're a chef or a cook, they go through a lot of stress. Because it has to be very stressful cooking for other people, especially when you're doing, like they call it, I think, 5-star or something like this. I mean, even if you watch that show on TV where that Gordon Ramsay has that cooking show, I think it's called Hell's Kitchen. if you see like all the stuff that he put them people through, and it's like all the tests and different stuff they have to go through. I mean, cooking food for people is not easy. I mean, people go to damn Denny's and damn Pancake House and get mad because they gotta wait a half hour for their food to get cooked. I mean, they gotta cook the food. You don't want the food raw, but then you complaining anyway. And the Kate Spade lady, the designer. Now both of these are like millionaire people. I mean, everybody got problems. It don't matter if you're rich, poor, or middle class, or whatever. But it said that I read that she was getting therapy. She was seeking therapy. And I don't know if either one of them were on meds. But it's like another thing I want to say too. A lot of times, especially in the African American community, and I'm talking about what I know because this is, I'm part of the African American community. So it's like I'm not trying to signal out anybody else or anything like that, but I only know what I know, about my own people. A lot of times, African Americans want to label you or put you down because you may be on a psychiatric drug, or you may be trying to get help for bipolar or schizophrenia or depression or anxiety. It's like a lot of times even people in your own family won't understand it or they won't acknowledge it. But you know what? Do you, and do what's best for you. If taking that little blue pill is helping your anxiety, then do what you need to do for you. You understand what I'm saying? If taking Celexa or whatever is helping you with your depression, then you need to do what you need to do to keep you right. Don't give a damn about what your family got to say. Don't give a damn about what your friends got to say, because they're going to laugh and talk about you anyway. And another thing too, a Hispanic friend of mine said one day to me, because I told her that I had anxiety, which I've suffered with post-traumatic stress, chronic and severe depression, and anxiety for years. But I can say I'm better now. I'm way, way better now. And I take a little blue pill for anxiety. I don't take anything for depression or any of that anymore. But I take something for anxiety, and it really helps me. It really does help me. And I'm so grateful that my doctor recognized that I needed something different other than the medicine that I used to be on years ago. And he gave me this blue pill. I forget the name of it, but it's wonderful. And one of my Hispanic friends said to me one day, oh, you don't need to take that kind of stuff. All you got to do is believe in Jesus. All you got to do is put your trust in Jesus. Da, 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 da. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I just looked at her dead in her eye and I told her, Father God is the one who gave us the doctors. Father God is the one who gave us the science. Father God is the one that gave us the herbs and the plants to make the medicine with. So how can you tell me that he don't want me to use these medicines, and me using the medicine is like I'm not having faith in God? That makes no sense to me. Just like Father God gave us this sun that's shining on us right now, and he wants you to get outside and get exercise and get in the sun. Yes, we have God. We have the Spirit of Christ. Yes, but at the same time, God gave us things. He gave us these trees behind me. He gave us the beautiful flowers. He gave us things so that we can look at them and see him. You know what I mean? He gave us the herbs. He gave us the know-how to mix up certain teas together to feel better. So how can you come against somebody who's taking a medicine for high blood pressure or schizophrenia or whatever it might be? You can't come against that person and say, oh, put all your faith in God or in Jesus Christ and therefore you'll be healed. Not to say that Jesus can't heal you, because I am a living testimony that Father God will heal you through the Spirit. But at the same time, if he's giving you medicine to help you with your headache, why sit and be sick with the headache? Boy, what do you want? Shit, fuck, damn, what? I'm sorry, y'all. I had to answer the phone. um, I'm just saying that if God is giving you the wisdom to do better for yourself, then do better for yourself. You know what I mean? No matter what it may be. He doesn't want us to abuse anything. He doesn't want us to put our total faith in these man-made things. No. But like I said, he did give us the know-how to have the doctors or the shaman or the herbalist or whatever it is that you're into, the acupuncture, whatever it is. He gave us the knowledge of those things so that we would be able to help ourselves and be able to feel better, so that we won't have to commit suicide and do certain things like that. So it's like Kate Spade left a note for her daughter. And the note said that she was basically telling her daughter that it wasn't her fault and it wasn't the father's fault. Oh my God. It's like, how can you be so selfish? How can you be so selfish to kill yourself and leave your child like that? It takes a lot to do that. And I know because I've been there. I would sit and think about ways to die or how I was going to kill myself. And I would literally see it playing out in my mind like a movie. But I thought about my son. Like, who's going to be there for my son? Who's going to provide for my son? Who's going to feed my son? Who's going to understand my son? Nobody. Nobody. And then I thought about the person that would find me laying there dead. The way that would affect that person. To see someone that they know or somebody that they love and they come and find them laying there dead of a suicide. So when I was having all those thoughts, I got help. Twice I was hospitalized in a mental health ward because I felt like I was going to do something bad to myself. And I didn't want to. So I got help. And I saw a psychiatrist. And I saw a therapist. And I took meds. And I prayed. And I fasted. And I cried. And I stayed in the room in the dark. And I didn't want to come out. But something just kept me going. I would literally pray and ask God to take my life before I woke up. And when a person is severely depressed, all they do is sleep. They don't have energy to do anything. They just sleep. Because their body is in pain. When you are under severe depression, not only are you hurting in your mind, in your spirit, psychological, your body also hurts. You are in pain. I just feel sorry for their families, mothers and fathers and children and brothers and sisters, because now they're left with a void in their life. They're left with a hole. And it's like that kind of pain, there ain't really no healing for it. You're going to have that little girl of Kate Spade, she going to have that pain for the rest of her life. And if that mother had just hung on for just another hour or just another day, the sun would have shined. The clouds would have rolled back. If she just had just hung on just a little while longer. Her and Anthony Bourdain. Anyway. If you're suffering from depression or some sort of mental illness and you know for sure that something is not right, get some help. It's important that you get help. Not just for yourself, but for your loved ones. As always, it's been Cold as Ice Princess coming at you from Minnesota. Grace and peace.